Hi everyone, you have fun what to play next. We're bringing everything that's awesome in gaming. This is The Witcher. We're doing The Witcher.
I see you gather before me.
The Holy Road.
Hungry, terrified, clutching your babes to your breast. Emperor Emir has marched his legions into our lands, laid siege to every fortress from here to the Blue Mountains. Rabid and ravenous, he bites and bites away. Men of the North, you stand at the precipice. Your kings have failed you, so now you turn to the gods. And yet you do not plead.
So you're supposed to plead the gods.
Kneel to dust your heads with ash.
Ignorant peasants.
Instead you wail, why have the gods forsaken us? We must look into the trials we failed long ago.
We failed
in a time past. Our world intertwined with another through an upheaval scholars call the conjunction of the spheres. The gods allowed unholy forces to slip into our domain.
So he's like blaming the gods too?
The offspring of that cataclysm was the nefarious force called magic.
I'm gonna go ahead and skip the rest. It reviews a lot of lore that Witcher fans are familiar with. And obviously, if you've seen this, you're familiar with it.
The Witcher's contact in Velen was to be Hendrik, the Emperor's spy. Hendrik was operating incognito in that war-ravaged land. His mission, to gather intelligence about Ciri. Yet Geralt arrived too late. The Wild Hunt had reached Hendrik first. The Witcher learned nothing from the spy's corpse, but the Wraiths had failed to find his notes.
That's because
Geralt read them and knew that Ciri had been a guest of the Bloody Baron, a local warlord, and that she'd quarreled with a witch.
That kind of sounds like her. So they get into a little bit more how when men and elves and dwarves collided, magic sprang into being. I have looked through lore and so on. So if you do know otherwise, please tell me. But that seems to be when magic came about. The Witchers, came into being as mercenaries to fight monsters. So the peasants couldn't handle it. Their kings were consulting with sorcerers and stuff, which is cool because they're staying educated. But aside from the normal medieval BS where one king starts a massive invasion, which is what Emir is doing. So he's kind of like a natural, because he's the antagonist, he's kind of a natural bad guy. And he wants to marry Ciri. So Geralt kind of broke a rule. He's sort of known for that. He's the White Wolf. He's sort of known for rule breaking. And he's painted as a white knight as a result, because the Witchers are outcasts. So, our extremely democratic nation really people to do something about their own situation.
Not so fast, Roach.
Oh, hold on. I think a canter takes me along the road. Hold on.
Faster.
To canter. Oh, apparently I just told it. So they're outcasts, and we want them to do something about that. Geralt winds up sort of a father figure. I think a lot of our dads bring that to our dinner tables, where they explain what they go through at work and so on. And, how the world is changing, including politically. Can I just say don't go to Oxenfurt?
We'll deal with the witches.
Let me describe how to get to Oxenfurt to you. So it is surrounded on every side by a river. No matter how you try to approach Oxenfurt, you will literally always hit a river. One river has a bridge. You will never find that because it's on the opposite side of the, compass direction that you came from. Then obviously it's going to introduce you to every side quest. So don't go to Oxenfurt, friend. Let tomorrow go. Just let it go. Hold on. Pop the soldier. So the Redanians are here. We're in, they did some interesting things. Oh, thank you, sir. That was contributed so greatly. The Redanians did some interesting things during the war. They turned on their... they turned on their counterparts and combined their forces as a result. So, like, nobody knows how to take that. Well, that is an interesting setup for a beggar. It looks like foul play.
Requisitioned by the army to support the war effort.
To talk to this chick. I mean, I assume she's inside. I can talk to a Redanian woman. I can talk to a Redanian man. How do I get inside the building?
All those announcements, ordinances, and decrees must appear on something.
My map is so janky here. It is insisting that I go here. Alright.
What is it?
I don't know. You tell me.
The White Wolf.
Oh, you recognize me. Okay. Well, let's talk to you.
To me! To me!
Hey!
Go on, don't think twice, just buy. Hey!
That's really quite the pitch there. Don't think twice, just
Go
buy.
on, don't think twice, just buy.
Know what they say about you,
They
lot?
don't actually
If
want
you
me
seek
to buy.
justice, hire a witcher.
Go on, don't think twice, just buy.
But there's nothing going on here except for players.
She's a witcher, oh! Watch it!
Shoot, I did not mean to step on that guy. So she is somewhere in this building and I can't figure out how to get to her. There's gonna be an entrance. Feel good about it. Feel right. Alright. Just like ditched Roach. There we go. So there are so many people to talk to here, but not a whole lot is going on. Interesting take on a large city. I was wondering how they were going to handle that, because Oxenford is actually mentioned in the books. Hello, friend.
I'm looking for Tamara, the Bloody Baron's daughter.
Goodness,
Your brother said
this
I'd
is the
find her
point.
here.
Wojtek sent you, sir.
How else would I know she was here?
Oh, that must be the
Wait a
fisherman.
moment.
I was
I'll
like,
fetch her straight away.
where did that come from? You know? So what are we gonna get out of this, you know? Like, just completing the quest, or... Hey, kitty kitty. He's not afraid of him. It's interesting. They seem particularly friendly to witchers here. I wonder if that's, like, Tamara's influence, or...
And who might you be? My father sent you.
Oh my goodness, she's like a fully grown woman. I
Yeah,
expected a
To
child.
see if you're still alive. And well. I'm Geralt of Rivia.
I'm quite alive and extraordinarily well,
Extraordinarily
Geralt
well,
of Rivia.
Geralt of Rivia.
Better than I've ever been in this rotten life of mine, and now that you've seen me, I bid you farewell.
Wait,
Goodness.
We've nothing more to talk about.
Father's worried about you. I mean, true
every
enough.
right to be
You
angry
might
at
as
your
well.
father, but he's worried about you.
I have a right. Thank you kindly. So good to have the approval of his hired thug. And my father worries only about what to get soused on next.
Well, you know. Great. I think I'll go with
He's
your
no saint, that's clear. But he's got the whole province on its feet looking for you.
That's a little bit
Finding you and your
alarming.
mother, seems to me there's nothing more important to him now. I know evil men. He's not one of them.
He is abusive.
Shame he never showed
It's
such
different.
concern before. Especially...
He made a mistake, I know that. Not defending him, just saying that he's come to realize what he's done. You mean
Last part.
Wonderful, I'll bear that in mind. Did you come all the...
Yeah, I've been really not giving notes there.
Mother Range marks a monster dragged her into the woods. That true?
That's pretty
We
thorough.
were riding towards the river. Suddenly, Mum cried out, bent over, almost fell off her horse. I rode up to her and saw something strange. Her hands were on fire. And then that creature leapt from the woods. I don't know what it was, but it
saw it
roared so
topple
fierce my
trees.
nose bled. I saw it topple trees. I've never been so scared in my life. And that thing grabbed my mum and disappeared into the woods. I wanted to turn back, go after them, but the horses panicked. Now I don't even know if she's alive.
Shoot. What will you do now?
What will you do now?
Find my mum?
You realize that might not be that easy.
Don't worry, I'm not daft enough to believe I can do it alone. I've got some new friends now. Powerful friends. They'll help me.
Who are these friends, if it's not a secret?
No secret. Heard of the Church of the Eternal Fire? A priest helped me contact the Redanian witch hunters. righteous, brave men. They'll help me.
Hence the candlesticks in your room. So you believe in the eternal fire?
Once the heat of the fire has set your heart aflame, it gives you strength and leads you down the path of truth for the rest of your life. I hope it'll bless you with its warmth one day.
Thanks. Thing is, fire's tricky. It's easy to get burned. What about your father?
Who? Oh, him. I don't care. I won't go back to him. That bit of my life? Forgotten it already.
Well, well. A witcher. Never thought the Baron would stoop to hiring a monster slayer. Though I hear you're good at tracking things down.
Kinda what we do, homie. We're swords for hire. Who are you? The Baron's desperate. Probably shouldn't cast
Glad you know who I am.
light.
Haven't introduced yourself, though.
Graden, witch hunter in the service of His Royal Majesty Radovid of Redania. I'm certain you've heard of us.
Rings a bell.
If the bloody Baron sent you to fetch his daughter, you'd best face it. You will fail in your task.
I
I
gonna...
appreciate your concern, but I don't need it. As for Tamara, she can make her own decisions.
Noble of you. A killer for hire abandoning his bounty for the good of another. The hunters and the Church of the Eternal Fire thank you. So the Baron hired a witcher to find his daughter. Interesting.
Where are you gonna take her?
Tamara must rest. She's had a harrowing experience. When the warmth of the Eternal Fire has restored her strength, we shall see about finding her mother.
At least somebody is. I
Hope you
did
know
not
what
want to
you're
have to
getting
do that.
into.
I've never been more certain. The Eternal Fire is the best thing that could happen to me.
In that case, good luck.
Thank you for respecting my choice. Farewell.
On the upside, and like I said, also agreeing that the Baron isn't evil. He's a drunk and he's abusive. He clearly has problems. He didn't tell us to grab Tamara and bring her back. You know, that was her choice. So. As always, link in the description below. Also down there is Gamer Grind. Gamer Coffee shipped to your door. They put your logo on merch for like nothing but. Support the Pirate Queen. Look at this glorious logo. You wish that was yours. Tamara Stringer. Yeah, so you have this great bestiary. Oops. That's not how you get to it. You can tell how often I customize here. We'll just light a torch indoors. We'll just do that. So you have this great glossary where you can even index the characters. So they're not really going to show a lot on Anna, but they will show you, you know, Tamara, what you learned from her if you do come back to the game after a while. And then, of course, there's Cyrilla, Hendrik, the spy that we met along the way, and so on. So if you ever do want to delve more into it, or, you know, if you get into monsters, if you're into that D&D aspect, etc., that's in there. So really great game for that. It has additional lore in the books and helps you keep track of what happened in the past again. But anyways, link in the description below. Also down there is GamerGrind KOFI. Buy this chick a coffee, $1, make me smell. We did sign up for Patreon to do a more subscription-based, if you do want to support us in that way. I am so disturbed that the doors do not have a button pressed to open them. Just like kick them open. I am going to bounce right out of Oxenfurt. I wouldn't normally do that, but I just feel like it's kind of overwhelming for the main storyline. Even though I do have to ride all the way back now, which is going to be glorious.
Are you a witcher?
Yes, I am. My goodness, I'm a rarity and a wondrous thing here. Definitely hit subscribe. So if you hit subscribe and you hit the bell next to it, what it'll do is it'll give you updates. So it'll let you know when you're
Everyone to me! To me!
when there's another, you know, Witcher episode out. We cover this a little over weekly. We do give breaks in between where we cover. The vast majority of what I do is beta testing, but I cover gaming in general. So we do keep up with what the blockbusters are doing. So if you smash that subscribe and hit the bell, then you will kind of listening to gossip here. you'll get a little notification. So it'll be a little thumbnail if you want to spend 10-15 minutes learning about gaming, learning what you like in gaming, or following an incredible or moving storyline. You can certainly do that as well. Always let us know if something sparks your interest. Or if you're a lurker, just hang out. We love you guys.
Let us cross the pop-tar. Yet they let this sword right in.
So, we love you guys. We love that you're always along for a ride. Smash the subscribe button. We will see you in the next video.